What up, Dodgers Nation? D-Mac here, coming at you live from the field here at Dodger Stadium, where the Dodgers lose Game 2 to the Arizona Diamondbacks by a final score of 4-2. They're now on the brink of elimination, and we have a lot to unpack in this one. The offense just did not come through once again. They had multiple opportunities late in the game. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, they have not delivered like you would hope for your superstars to deliver. They've combined to go 1 for 13 in this series. Bobby Miller was a big night for Bobby Miller, making his postseason debut. Unfortunately, he just wasn't able to get it done for the Dodgers. Give a lot of credit to this Dodgers bullpen. They kept them in it. They gave them an opportunity, but it was just not enough. And this team is on the brink of elimination. They're going to have to win Game 3 with Lance Lynn on the mound to stave off elimination. So let me know down below in the comment section, do you have hope in this Dodgers team? I will say this is a very resilient bunch. A lot has gone wrong for this team this year, only to win 100 games, but it is going to be an uphill climb going to Arizona to have to win 2 games to force a Game 5 that will be here on Saturday, with presumably Bobby Miller on the mound if they get that opportunity. Now, the last time the Dodgers lost the first 2 games of a division series was in 1996. They ultimately got swept by the Atlanta Braves. Like I said, this team, they had their opportunities. And if you watch the pregame show, one thing I asked for was at least more than 6 opportunities with runners in scoring position. They were only able to get 6, and they did not come through. They go 1 for 6. You were able to get a home run from JD Martinez that really got them a little spark early on. You were hoping that maybe that was going to open the floodgates, really help loosen up this offense, but it just did not happen. We're going to talk about some of the moves they were made tonight. I think all in all, Dave Roberts, he pulled all the right levers tonight. I think he did manage this game like it was a Game 7, the way he went to his bullpen early and often. He went off of Bobby Miller. We'll talk about that, but it just wasn't a good night. Really what it comes down to is this Dodgers team in the regular season is a completely different team in the postseason. In the regular season, they're top 5 with runners in scoring position. They had more 2-out hits than any team in Major League Baseball with 359. That has not been the case. Now, if you want to go and blame the layoff, go ahead and do that. The Braves, they were able to split their series. The Dodgers just weren't able to get that big hit, and it wasn't because of lack of opportunities. You look at that 6th inning right there. That was the inning where they really had an opportunity to get back in this game, get back in this series, and I think have a real chance to split, because you wasted a phenomenal performance by Brusdar Graterol, a phenomenal performance by this Dodger bullpen. That's a good one. Mark Primetime, say nothing, and you will think it's over for the Dodgers. Okay, yeah, let me know down below in the comment section. I mean, do you guys have hope in this team? Do you think this team can find a way to make this a series? Now, don't talk about Game 4. Focus on Game 3, 1 pitch at a time. You just really need a big inning. This offense has just not been able to have that big inning. Like I said, 2 runs in 2 games. Yesterday in the Game 1 on Saturday, that was the first time that they had scored runs, and it was late after the game was well decided. It was over. There were some gimme runs in garbage time. Tonight was a different situation. We got, nope, it's on now. Sweet. Mookie is Mr. August. Okay, they're done. It works. Cool. Can you repeat everything we missed? Not really sure where I had cut out, but yeah, I'll how I do my breakdowns, I'll break down myself, and I'll do like a voiceover later so you guys can hear. And also, we're going to be joining you tomorrow morning for Dodgers Dugout Live, and we'll continue to break this one down. But yeah, what it comes down to is the inability to manufacture runs. I kind of want to dive into these comments here. And like I said, I mean, you could not have scripted this. William Shakespeare couldn't write a tragedy like this, okay? When you consider that the offense has been terrible. The offense has been putrid. And you combine that with starting pitching that hasn't given you any length. The bright spot of this series has been the Dodgers bullpen. What I said today earlier is this team, their recipe for success, their path to victory is playing to your strengths. They did that to an extent tonight by going with the bullpen, by utilizing that 7 1/3 innings, 1 run allowed, the Ryan Brazier home run that he served up. Other than that, though, this bullpen, they were outstanding. They gave this team a chance to win. I think other parts of this game that were frustrating to say the least was, like I said, the top of your lineup, Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts, okay? $527 million total for those two Dodgers players, and 1 for 13 combined. That isn't going to get it done. You've seen what Corey Seager has been able to do with the Texas Rangers. You need your superstars to step up. When I talked to Dave Roberts a few days ago, I asked him about the bottom third of that lineup and if it's better this year than it was last year. And he told me that he does feel like it's a more balanced and a deeper lineup. And he said specifically that you cannot rely on your 1 and 2 best players to carry you every single night. And so far, that has been the case. Mookie has not been great. Freddie has really not been great as well at the plate. And this team, they've suffered. Like I told you earlier, this team, they have a win percentage of .367 when Mookie Betts doesn't score a run. So if he can't find a way to manufacture runs, then it's going to be very difficult for this team to have success. And you just date back to last year. Last year when this team struggled against the Padres in the NLDS. If you combine last year to this year, when you look at runners in scoring position, they've gone 4 for 38 with runners in scoring position. They've left 39 men on base in their last 5 postseason games. Okay? It's not that complicated. They're not coming through in the clutch. You're not seeing the same at-bats, the same ability to get big hits. That was what this team was known for. That is why this team won 100 games. Their pitching staff, they weren't great. They had injuries. Their bullpen, they were great after Ryan Brazier was added. And towards the second half of the season, since June 20th, they had the best bullpen in the sport. But really, they rode their offense to a 100-win season, and they have not shown up. So if you guys have seen the Dodgers offense, please return them to 1000 Vin Scully Avenue as soon as you possibly can, because it has been a very rough go of it late. Mitch Law to have full is the fact that I feel like it almost feels like this Dodgers team is going to go into this game 3 with the mindset of they have nothing to lose. And everyone expects them to lose this series now with Lance Lynn on the bump. He, of course, has struggled mightily at times, served up 44 bombs this season. You know that this Arizona Diamondbacks team, just like we've seen this whole series, they're going to try to be aggressive against him. And that's, I think, hopefully this team has a release as far as their mindset and saying, look, let's just go for it as far as we're playing too tight. This team is tight as a drum. You can feel it in this Dodger Stadium crowd. The looks, the groans, the murmurs, the boos. There is a tension in this stadium unlike any other when the offense is struggling that it's palpable. You can feel it, and you can tell that it impacts the players. I don't care what anyone says. It's the reality out there, and that's why you see uncharacteristic at-bats. But, yeah, I mean, how about this? You had 2 on base. You had 2 outs in the 6th inning. Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman up, right? And then they grounded to a force play, and they struck out on that knee buckling play with Freddie Freeman. So if you want to point at Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, that's really the inning right there that you look at and you say, okay, this is an opportunity for your superstars to really step up, for your superstars to have a big impact and really do what they do what we've seen them do in the Dodgers. Yeah, you're talking about the 5th inning. So the 5th inning, Peralta, he lines out for the first out. James Outman, he draws a 1-out walk. Then Miguel Rojas, he singles to center, and Outman goes to second. So you got runners on first and second, and then very first pitch, Mookie Betts at the plate, a cutter, outer third, he grounds into a fielder's choice, and then runner advances. Then you got runners at the corners with Freddie Freeman at the plate. He immediately falls behind in the count 1-2. 4th pitch, takes it for a ball, bottom of the zone. 5th pitch, takes it for a ball at the bottom of the zone. And the 6th pitch, the at-bat, after 2 straight knuckle curves from Zach Gallen, his knees buckle, he takes it for strike 3, and that's the end of the inning. So the Dodgers not getting a run in that inning was key. Got the bottom of the order trying to turn around for you. They're doing their job. A walk by James Outman, a hit by Miguel Rojas. That at-bat by Mookie Betts, I know he's going to lose sleep over. That is an at-bat you cannot have in that situation, especially with Zach Gallen on the mound in the 5th inning, okay? Couple times seeing him, you're trying to go for that knockout blow, and it's a weak out right there. It was bad. That was bad. I mean, just a very demoralizing loss for the Dodgers. One that was just so frustrating. Like I said, they have not taken a plate appearance in this series without trailing. That's how bad and lopsided this game has been. And there's really no opportunity. I mean, even the bottom of the 7th inning, they had an opportunity there. Mookie, he was safe at first after that error by Thompson. That's a gift. That's a gimme. And that brings up Freddie Freeman. And Freddie Freeman, of course, he fouls one off his knee. That definitely was a moment where everyone kind of held their breath. Thankfully, he's okay. We talked to him in the clubhouse. He said he's going to be just fine. Fouls off a couple pitches. In the 6th pitch of the at-bat, he grounds into a double play. And then Smith, he comes up and he strikes out looking. So you took advantage of nothing there. They gave you a gift. You had the air. And then your best player, outside of Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, he grounds into that double play. Bottom of the 8th, nothing really happening. I will say that was another bad at-bat by Max Muncy. I mean, he goes up in the count 3-0, and then it goes 3-1. And then here's an example of the Dodgers just missing pitches that we've seen them drive all season long. On the 3-1, he misses a four-seam fastball, middle, misses it swinging, gets underneath it. And then on the 6th pitch of the at-bat, he strikes out swinging, expanding the zone. So that's what Dave Roberts is talking about, uncharacteristic at-bats. J.D. Martinez, he came to play. The guys who came to play, J.D. Martinez, Freddie Freeman for sure. I think the effort level there, sliding into first base for the Dodgers' first hit of the night, give him credit for that. J.D. Martinez, he proved why he has a .967 postseason OPS, right? Gets a home run, draws a walk. And then Chris Taylor, after that walk, he grounds into a double play. So the Dodgers, they ground into 2 double plays, 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position, not creating opportunities. I mean, it's the recipe for disaster. In the bottom of the 9th, they didn't do anything at all. Hernandez lined to left, Outman struck out swinging, and then Wong lined out to center. So the big questions heading into this series were, 1, will they get anything from Clayton Kershaw? The answer is 1 out, and he allowed 6 runs. Next question, will they get anything from the rookies as far as the position players in James Outman and the starting pitching and the relievers in whatever role they're going to be useful, right? First game, James Outman, he doesn't make a play on a ball that he should have caught. That would have changed the entire complexion of that first inning. Maybe Clayton Kershaw gets out of it and goes 3 or 4 innings of 2 or 3 run ball, and the Dodgers offense is impressing. They put up runs and they win game 1, right? James Outman at the plate today, not a great at-bat. Could have drawn a walk that would have scored a run there and kept that inning going. And then the other good question, how the pitchers fare. I think Emmett Sheehan was put in a tough position, gave up the home run there to Corbin Carroll in game 1. Otherwise, had some moments, still gave up 3 runs. And then tonight, Bobby Miller, who the big debate was, oh, they should have gone Bobby Miller in game 1. They should have gone Bobby Miller in game 1. Is that a debate anymore? The depth is not there. So it's just unfortunate. So the big questions, will the rookies perform well? So far, it's been hit or miss, right? It's been mostly no. Will the get anything from Clayton Kershaw? The answer is mostly no. Will the offense step up? The answer is mostly no. So all the big questions, only unit that's answered the bell is the bullpen that's been outstanding. Got 2 scoreless from Shelby Miller yesterday. Today you get 7 1/3 innings of 1-run ball from that bullpen. So look, the reality is this team is squandering what I believe to be the best bullpen in the Andrew Friedman era. I think they're deep, they're experienced. You saw it today. High leverage moments, big moments. Brusdar Graterol, Evan Phillips, Joe Kelly, Shelby Miller, Ryan Brazier. This is a great bullpen that could go deep into the postseason. The offense, you hope they can find something, find a way to click. We know that hitting is contagious. Also, I think bad at-bats are too. And the struggles are real for this Dodgers offense, and they pick the worst possible time of the year to forget how to baseball, to really struggle at the plate. And I have to say that, yes, the injuries are bad, but this team should not be losing to their Arizona Diamondbacks team. They should not. They're getting outplayed. The at-bats are better. The pitching's better outside of the bullpen. And to me, this is as bad, if not worse, than last year's debacle against the San Diego Padres. But guys, we'll be back tomorrow morning to break this one down. I want to do some more comments. By the way, if you are not subscribed to the channel, be sure to subscribe. hit that notification bell. We got another wasted year. We got go get the rock and lay the smackdown on this team. WTF is up with Mookie. We got fire Roberts. I find it hilarious that Dave Roberts probably makes, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 million, maybe less. That's still an insane amount of money. The fact that you could be talking about Dave Roberts tonight, who I think mostly made all the right moves. I think he managed that bullpen perfectly. He pressed all the right buttons tonight. He did not leave Bobby Miller out there to die. He gave those 3 runs. I think he did manage just like a Game 7. The bullpen moves are great. You saw the pinch hitting. Chris Taylor draws a walk. Kike Hernandez gets a base hit. Colton Wong, I think that one you could quibble with and say maybe you go with Miguel Rojas. Last time Miguel Rojas had a base hit, it was a breaking ball off a righty. But still, throughout the year, he has been better against lefties than righties. So there is that, but this is not on Dave Roberts. I mean, if you want to talk motivation, maybe that's an intangible. It's tough to really talk about. But if you're focused more on Dave Roberts right now than Mookie and Freddie and this offense not producing, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that should be, like, Dave Roberts should be well down your list of why this team is not winning the series. It should be really towards the bottom. If we're just like not doing the easy thing, the casual fan thing and saying fire Roberts, then fine. If you want to do that, that's okay. That's your prerogative. But the reality is roster construction, decimated injuries, the pitching staff not coming through, the offense not coming through. I mean, if you want to talk about the approach of the plate and the hitting coaches, maybe, but I would not pin this on Dave Roberts. I think that's letting the players that aren't producing at the plate off the hook. I think that's letting, look, I mean, it's unfortunate. I mean, Julio Urias, right? If that doesn't happen, he's starting one of these 2 games. So it's complicated, it's unfortunate. This team is on the brink of elimination to an 84-win Diamondbacks team, a team that is second in the NL West this year, and hopefully they can find something. I would not rule this team out. I really wouldn't. Look, I mean, I still think this Dodgers team, this offense is capable of carrying this team for multiple days. I think the day of rest, too, in between games 2 and 3, that's going to allow this bullpen to find a way to get some rest. And you get this bullpen elite. I want to see what this Dodgers offense looks like with any lead, any modicum of success out there. You're going to want it. But like I said, return that Dodgers offense to 1,000 Vince Scully out of them. Here we go. A couple more here. We got 84 wins. LA needs this. 2020 World Series haters. Josh Joel says, Doug, the reality is you need to drive home safely and hydrate. I absolutely will. We got Dave Roberts' best friend to the player and not a playoff manager. Look, you look what Bruce Bochy's doing. I think there's a level of fair criticism if it's warranted. But I'm just saying, so far, these 2 games in particular, you can't pin this on Dave Roberts. Did Dave Roberts tell Clayton Kershaw to make history in the wrong direction in games 1, right? Allow the first 5 batters with hits. They all score, first time in postseason history. How is that on Dave Roberts, right? I think that, like I said, it's funny, I get it, fire Dave Roberts, it's the coolest thing to say when the Dodgers are losing, but it doesn't fit. It's not the reality this time around. Now, big picture, we can have that conversation. And does someone need to fall on the sword if they get swept in this series? That's an interesting conversation that we can have because this is getting old. I think it's getting old for Dodgers fans. I think you're seeing Dodgers fans out there that think to themselves, what does the regular season mean anymore? Because this team, they don't look the same at all in the postseason that they do in the regular season, right? It's a very interesting conversation. But here we go. Why would the MLB be rigged? Okay, we got, I honestly don't want Kurtz back. I'm sorry. I hope he comes back to the week off killed us. Agreed. David Sabatini. I think it's an interesting debate. I think 2 years is too small of a sample size. But yeah, baseball is an everyday sport. It's a rhythm sport. This offense looks flat. This offense looks stale. They look stagnant. And I think you combine a flat offense that's not playing with rhythm with bad pitching that's forced to go out there and try to chip away at big deficits and try to get this team back out in front. I think it's a very difficult proposition for them to do. And I think that their backs are up against the wall. And it's just really been a perfect storm as far as bad things that have happened to this team. But I think they're going to shut the lights off on me pretty soon. Probably one of the last people here. So We'll get a couple more of your comments, guys. And by the way, join us tomorrow morning on Dodgers Dugout Live. We're doing another full breakdown of this game. You will not want to miss that. We got Miller Time, Fire Bob Costas. What up, Nando 390? I actually saw Bob Costas in the press room, and I said, what's up? And meant a lot. I thought it was really cool. Mookie and Freddie need to provide refunds to Dodgers fans. Yes, the playoff format is moronic. Look, you can say that, but then how do you answer to what the Astros have done? Astros have split their series, but last year, same format, they went on to win the World Series. I think roster construction is far more important than a playoff format. Did I agree? If you guys, what I would do, I think you look at the KBO rules, right, where it automatically gives the team that's ahead one win. I don't feel great about that. I don't think Major League Baseball would feel great about that either, because they want additional games. They want to make money. But I think the easy fix, if you want to see the better team win and not necessarily press in that first series, is you extend the NLDS to 7 games. You have a 7-game NLDS, and I think to get those 162 games in the regular season, you have some double headers during the regular season, and in those double headers, you allow teams to call up more players at the minor league level to try to get players up. So I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. It's just kind of one of my theories that's been floating around in my head for the last couple of days, but I'm definitely all for having a 7-game NLDS. I think that it would benefit the teams that have spent all season getting 100 wins, right? But look at the Orioles. They're going down. The Braves, they could lose to that Phillies team. The Dodgers, they're on the brink, right? So here go the lights here at Dodgers Stadium, and I'd stay with you guys here all night, but that's going to do it for this episode of Dodgers Nation, Dodgers Dugout, live here at Dodgers Stadium. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. Let me know down below, do you believe the Dodgers came back in the series? And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.